Good morning, children. How are you all? Yesterday, you must be wishing that we have not sent any work to you because we were working on some other aspects, and that is preparations of your question papers, making up and planning for sending you holiday homework also, and of course, for trying to give you some time so that in between you can get some time and you can wind up with your previous work. Now, a very important issue I want to discuss. Children, as you all know, that coronavirus is trying to get its root in merit. It is increasing, and it is only we who will become the cause of it, culprit of it, and ultimately the target of it. So it is a humble request to all the children that don't take anything lightly. Don't take anything for granted. It's a life-taking disease. We all should be very serious about it, and we must take care of ourselves. It is only by maintaining a social distance, keeping a good care of ourselves, and of course, taking care of your personal hygiene, sanitation, that is also an important part. Try to increase your immunity, eat healthy food, don't go out, stay at home, and try to be safe just being at home. Make yourself such a strong human so that you can easily fight with the disease and we can win over this. You all through the newspapers and TV must be coming to know that how it is increasing in Meerut. There are several WhatsApp messages also circulating which are giving us the information about it. So children, be careful, and I will again say that nowadays it should be our priority that we must take care of ourselves. Thank you. And now let us talk about our studies. Children, from last around a week I was discussing writing section with you. Now I want to again come back to the literature portion, and as I've already completed four chapters into both the classes 11th and 12th of your literature, so let us switch on to the poetry part, because poetry is also an important part of your syllabus and has to be covered up, though I was thinking that it will be very hard for me to explain the poetry when I know that you people are sitting without books. But now, as all the books of NCERT are available on Diksha group also, and you can download the NCERT books through many such apps are there, and I believe most of you would have arranged the books also. So tomorrow, when you will sit down for your class to watch my video, so let me explain to you very clearly. You have to sit with the book. You have to sit with the book, children. Because first I'll tell you the name of the poetry, and then paragraph wise I am going to give you the explanation of it. Today I want to teach you something which is called as the poetic device. Before explaining any poetry, it is mandatory that you must know that what are poetic devices. Children, in class 9th and 10th, while studying Hindi, why I am talking about Hindi? Because that would be easier for you to correlate. हमने क्या पढ़ा? अलंकार पढ़ा, पढ़े ना अलग अलग तरह के, रूपक अलंकार क्या है, अनुप्रास अलंकार क्या है, पढ़ा था ना? बिल्कुल उसी तरह से in English also there are certain literary devices, there are certain poetic devices which we need to find out, and we must know that how do they work and how we can find them out. Children, into your board exams also, there is always a question related to this. The recent question paper also had the question related to this, and you will always find a question. So you have to be very specific about it, and you must know it. If it is possible, please get a pen and a notebook and sit down with it, because whatever I am going to tell you, that has to be very clearly noted by you. Though I will be attaching a PDF of it, but the explanation which I will give will not be available in that PDF. So try to sit down with a pencil and you kindly note down whatever I am going to explain. Poetic devices. And these are the devices which are there in your syllabus. Though there are more number of devices there related to the literacy and poems, but these are the devices which are there in your syllabus. Now, first I'll name them and then afterwards I'll give the explanation of them. Simile, metaphor, alliteration, repetition, then we have symbols and images and personification. I hope it is quite clear now. That is why I covered myself and kept the board in front so that you can see it widely. Now, let us begin with the first one. Simile. What is simile? How will you come to know that this is simile? Whenever there is a comparison between two things with the help of the word as and like, that is called simile. For example, she looks like a flower. She's as delicate as a flower. What have I done? I've used the word as and like and made the comparison between two things. Fine. He is as funny as Kapil Sharma. हमने क्या किया? We made the comparison between the two by using the word as. Fine. He looks like so and so. Comparison. Clear? And we are using two words as and like. So whenever you find comparison between two things with the help of the word as and like, that is called a simile. Coming up to next, metaphor. Metaphor is when we are making a comparison between two complete objects. Between two complete objects without the help of as and like, that is called metaphor. For example, मैंने आपको एक चैप्टर पढ़ा, The Tiger King. There is metaphor into this. How? Because the Tiger King, the king who has the qualities of a tiger, the king who possesses all the qualities of a tiger. That means there is a comparison between the two, but there is no word as and like. Got it? I'll give another example as a boy with rat's eyes. That means what we have done, we made a comparison that the boy's eyes are just like the eyes of the rat, but the word as and like is not there. Clear? That is called metaphor. Now, coming up to the next, and this is alliteration. Children, there are two words, alliteration and repetition, and you have to understand them very clearly in the same manner as they were little similar to each other. In the same manner, alliteration and repetition is also little similar. Alliteration is when the first alphabet of the word is repeating more than 2 times, that is called alliteration. Like Seema saw scene of a beautiful garden. Seema saw scene. S S S. Clear? When the first alphabet of the word is repeating more than 2 times, that is alliteration. Repetition. When the complete word is repeating. Sometimes you find that while reading some poem or somewhere, a particular stress or particular attention is paid onto the word and that is repeated. So whenever the complete word is repeated, that is called repetition. Like the poet writes and writes, smile, smile, smile. Fine. So what is it? Repetition. Symbols and images. Sometimes few things into the literary or into poem are given as a symbol which doesn't exist normally, but they are taken as a symbol here. Jaise children's faces are the symbol of happiness. But in spite of showing happiness, the poet has used children's faces. That is symbol. As we say that moon is a symbol of what? Moon is a symbol of night. Symbol. As winter's moon is symbol of what? Try. Winter's moon is a symbol of something misty, something which is not clear. Fine. Images, when like bond of a relationship, that cannot be shown, that can only be imagined. So that is images. When we create certain images, when we create certain symbols and we try to understand them as per the content of the poem, that is called images and symbols. Now coming up to the last device, and that is personification. I'll explain, I'll keep the board. Personification. When the qualities of the living being are compared with some non-living things, that is personification. Person word is there. You would have seen that most of the words are very much correlated to the explanation of that particular device. Person. Now, humans. So the qualities of the human, when we try to find them into living, non-living things, that is personification. Suppose smiling, talking, laughing, walking, running, these are certain qualities of the human beings, but which cannot be into a toy, into a wall, into a chair. But if you find, suppose that the wall was smiling at me, what is it? Personification. That my toy came running to me. Personification. Now don't tell me that electric toys can run. Clear? So this how, children, these devices are to be found into the different poems. So tomorrow I am going to begin with the first poem of your syllabus. Go through with the poetic devices clearly. Try to find them out into your first poem. And tomorrow when you sit down to see my video, so please sit with the book. Thank you, children.